Hey guys, this is DFD, aka Dark Frozen Depths, back with another pre-strategy thing for the next KamiPro event. Now, sorry if my voice is a little bit off, I kinda just woke up. But anyways, I've checked over quite a bit of stuff on this one. This is an interesting little event that they're doing. But there's another little catch, which I'll get to later. You'll know when I step into the second part of this video, which is going to be a bit of a discussion. So yeah, this is going to be a pre-event strategy for KamiPro. This is also going to be a discussion for the other games I play. Anyways, now, this event, win-based, so you're going to want to break out a Fireteam. Now, if you've recently seen one of my poll videos, I managed to get an R level healer for the Fireteam. There's also Brunhilde, who's also a healer. Healers are very hard to combat with a Fireteam. They are mainly offensive. I think, I'm not sure who else was a healer. I think Amaterasu might have been one. I'm not entirely sure. Anyways, you definitely want a healer, and you definitely want somebody with some attack downs. But we'll get to the soul step a little bit later. But anyways, getting into the main meat of this thing. Now, first and foremost, it says right here that you can get up to 20 half elixirs. I don't know if that's true. There's been a few events that said that on the JP side, but we didn't get that on the Otaku side. I don't know if they're doing something different or if it has to do with a rerun. But the thing is, if we do get the 20 trades, that's actually worth more than the 2 per day on the event, which I think is only like maybe 16 at most. So that said, I'm hoping we get the 20. That way we can also flat out just trade for them all at the get-go instead of having to do 2 per day. So yeah. But you also get extra ones from the event quests if they have them again. So that said, you can rack up quite a bit of half elixirs just from a daily, the event quest, and then the event itself. So you can rack up quite a bit of half elixirs. Anyways, now getting into this a little bit more, and I definitely want to try to get the level 100 on this at Dolan because she's got interesting little abilities we'll get into a little bit later. But this event, of course, Ragnarok Ultimate Expert. Honestly, I should put it like this too. If you can clear rank 3 accessory quests, specifically to win one, without using an elixir, you should be able to handle this event no problem. I know I can already do that. But if you can't, then like I said, the accessory quests are very good test ground to see how strong you are. So since I'm posting this before the event, if you get the shot, go into an accessory quest, the win one, and see how far you can get without an elixir. That's the best way to test how strong you are. But it starts off at expert level anyway, which is what people should be grinding anyways if they can. I know a few players that are too weak to even clear expert, but it doesn't take much to get strong enough to handle expert. So yeah, especially if you pull a few like honestly, if you're a new player and you're just starting, try to re-roll for some SSR if you don't have them already. That will instantly let you get expert, especially you get some really good Kamihime. Like if you pull soul, then you should be able to handle expert easily. But anyways, you want to of course grind the highest one possible. For me, it's going to be ultimate. Ragnarok if it's open, but you get magic jewels and all that. You get a decent amount of rank points, decent amount of experience. There you go. Now, when it comes to the enemies themselves, they don't really do too much data on the enemies. Like the level 5s and the level 10s from like standard and below. Expert actually has a few of them. One of them's got a dizzy for 2 turns. One of them hits you for about 1,000 damage. One hits one character and then increases attack power. I don't know if it's the whole group. Now, all 3 versions of the boss from expert onwards, the normal burst will always hit everyone. And it also seems to increase our own attack power. I guess it's based on difficulty for how much. Who knows? But the thing you gotta watch for is the raging one. I don't know what it is for expert, and quite frankly, I probably won't get the chance to find out unless I nerf myself. But when it comes to ultimate and Ragnarok, you can get hit 6 times at random. So I don't know if it's going to be 6 hits to one person or 6 hits across your whole group. Either way, you want to be careful of that one, because both of them also cause a paralysis effect for, I think, 1 turn. But that's where you want the attack downs, and definitely some healing too, because if one person gets hit, there's a chance they might get outright killed. So that's one thing to be very wary of. But actually getting into the strategy right here, they suggest John, which is also a good pick, because especially if you got sniper shot from Artangan. If not, you can get sneak attack from Granuel. But there's also a chance that you can also get John's attack down to stick it on the Mordred. That's why those two are both suggested. Especially since Mordred also gives you a little bit of protection against that paralysis. So that's why she's also a good one. John, just overall damage protection, attack down, she gives you a bit of healing. If you get sniper shot on top of that, you can lower attack power by, I think, 40% with that. So yeah. Andromeda is also decent too, because she can give you a little bit of a defensive buff, and then on top of that, it gives you some healing. A revive in case somebody just outright gets killed, so yeah. But you definitely, they recommend black propaganda and debuffs and all that too, so yeah. Me personally, I think I'm going to take John and go with sniper shot, so. But the others, I got healers too, so. Well, I might not even need sniper shot given the R character I got, so I might be able to go black propaganda. Anyways, about the boss on different difficulties, yeah, it's saying you should try to stun it as quickly as possible so you don't have to deal with the paralysis. So keeping it at a raging charge seems to be the way. And then on top of that too, with the Ragnarok one, it looks like you can get poisoned as well. So you might want to be very careful. Paralysis and poisoning is a deadly combo. Especially poison too, because of the fact that a lot of these damage over time debuffs that people can get hit with, when your party gets hit with them, it seems to take out 10% of their maximum HP. It usually does. Now, if it's self-inflicted, it's a different story, because I've seen one take 10%, I've seen one take 5%, I've seen one take 2%, so yeah. But characters that can also sip and help you survive a little bit more, even though they're not fire-based. Gaia, Itakuwa, who we just recently got, I do believe, and Kushinaga. Mainly because they get to draw attacks to them. So if you need somebody just to be a damage sponge or just take one for the team, there you go. But Gaia is the most survivable in that case, and it should go without saying if you've seen a few videos or even just know about her. Especially if she's Awakened. But keep in mind that Awakened Gaia has an extra buff where she'll reduce thunder damage. That's useless. This fight is useless because you're going up against wind. But her being a damage sponge too. And if you do a Gaia and John combo, both of their just static damage reductions, where they just do for 1 turn, just reduce the damage you take by a lot. Stick them both on, you will get next to nothing, if not no damage. So that's another interesting strategy. So you can have, like, for 1 turn, just use them both. You'll barely get scratched if at all. So that's one thing to know about. Especially if you got attack downs already stuck. You should be hitting 0 instantly, I think. But this is more strategy based on how much damage you can resist, along with how much you got element protection. So that's the thing to go with. But they are saying this one thing: the boss's HP isn't all that great. And then on top of that, they're mentioning that the raging gauge, trying to reduce that isn't too hard either. So if you can, try to just outright nuke her before she nukes you. We can see. But I do know she's got 2 charges regardless of difficulty, so yeah, that's one thing to know about. And then of course you get different items and all that too. I really want to go for her because for some weird reason I tend to like characters with a Chinese dress. So yeah, there you go on that one. Now, when it comes to this, Dawn, we're about to check her out right now. And like I said, Chinese dress, for some reason, I kind of like it, especially you got a little bit more of a body. It's like if somebody's flat, it's cute, but it just doesn't work. Anyway, this is me going off to something different. She gives a substantial, a thunder, resistance right here, so that's actually pretty good. It's only for 2 turns, though. So, that's not a bad thing to have, just all around. And then this is for people that don't have a little burst streak going. I don't know if one's been introduced or not. But anyways, there's it says wind attack up and then burst streak damage up. That's a very powerful combo if you really want to ask me. It's worth getting just to try and get your wind team hitting a little bit harder if you want. Me personally, I got other Adolans I'd rather use, but yeah. That's one thing to really have. I'm trying to get her to level 100 anyways. I don't have a full team of level 100 Adolans yet, so that's one thing to go after. And then on top of that too, it looks like they're going to give us Dragonic Eyes in this one. You definitely want that. Well, Dragonic Eyes shards, I should say. There's been a lot of stuff lately that's been asking for quite a bit of Dragonic Eyes, and I got a few awakened. Kamihime, one more still needs to do it. So yeah. Not to mention, they add another one to the list. It's going to make it a little bit harder. As for this is a wind bow. And it looks like it's going to do 2 different things. It's going to increase your maximum HP for wind characters. That's probably got a plus on it, so it's SR level. And then increase the attack power of all of them as well. Which looks like it's R level, given it says small. So, you instantly get 3% HP. When you start leveling the thing, it'll start giving you attack power and more HP on top of it. But right out of this base form, you're only going to get like a 0.5% increase to attack power and then 3.5% increase to HP. So, should you get to skill level 20, then that's 13% HP and 10% attack power. There you go for that one. I'd still get it if you really need more wind weapons, but me personally, I don't. So, I might just get like 2, maybe 3 copies just to try and get it sufficiently leveled and then move on. It depends. Recently, I've been seeing a platinum chest drop every single event, but I haven't always gotten an SSR from it, so who knows. I'm hoping it happens. But anyways, yeah, that's the general strategy for that one. Just try to get survivability in this case. Although if you got raw freaking damage, you could probably just overwhelm them. Because honestly, if I do pull the one character I do believe they're going to release, if they let me pull her, I'm probably going to try and go all freaking out on this one. So we'll see. I wonder if they'll show her. No, that's I'm trying to go back and see if I can go back to her page. Yeah, here we go. Her. I believe they're about to release her with a few other Kamihime. I'm not exactly sure, but with the way they listed all the characters and given this event, I'm pretty sure they're about to release her. And her weapon also gives you 2 different increases as well. One for attack and one for HP. I forgot how much to each, but yeah. But her, I'm definitely looking forward to having her, mainly because she's a fox girl. But here's some of the stuff she also comes with too, just in case you do pull her. She increases the successive attack probability, meaning that your chances of double and I think triple maybe as well. That's increased for everyone. Energy drain, I think, is just to her. So yeah. But she also increases wind resistance to everyone. Always welcome. Then on top of that, she gives you it seems to give you what was it, the rampaging debuff? I mean rampaging buff? Yeah. It's Beelzebub's ability. She also pretty much has that too. But at the same time, she also increases your attack power when you sip and have that. So, that said, you definitely want to try and use her as a damage nuke should you get her. But she's more for like normal attacks, so that's the thing you gotta worry about when it comes to some Kamihime. She's more oriented to help you survive normal attacks and help dish out normal attack damage. Somebody like, say, Ares is more ability nuke, and then Sevarog is she's half ability nuke, but she also got a stackable attack up. So yeah, you'll definitely see me use Ares and Sevarog in this because I have them both. Depending on who I might or might not need, I'll probably toss in Akala as well. And Akala is very good for removing the raging meter, so I might end up using her anyways. But yeah, that said, I'm looking forward to this girl, but I may or may not have the resources to pull for her. So if I can't do it, I'm going to end up waiting, but I'm definitely going to hard pull whenever there's a fire boost up. So hopefully, yeah, I can get her. And hey, if they give another miracle ticket, I might just pick her. Anyways, that's all I have for this. And we're about to move on to the next part of this video. Okay, now, normally I would show my face in these type of videos, along with the little owl stocky mocker I got to. But anyway, I have to say a few things about a few games that's being played. Now, first and foremost, as you've seen in the first part, there's a Kamihime project event coming up. There you go. However, what I did not mention is that there's also a crossover event with Dragon Providence. So I might record Dragon Providence if I'm able to. So, that said, I'll probably try to record that just to help out with that crossover thing. If you've seen the first one, they give you a lot, and I mean a lot of good stuff. So, try your best on both games. It helps if you're like me, if you already had a Dragon Providence profile. If you've been around for the first one, this is most likely. But me, I played Dragon Providence long before Kamihime Project came out, so I have some very strong teams. I even have a few legendary characters on Dragon Providence, and then I have a few GR, which is a different type of category where they have like stackable max level increases. Like you can increase it like 20 times. I'm not even kidding. So that said, I will definitely be doing both events and trying to get the most out of it. I don't really care for Dragon Providence too much, but whenever they do have something that's like a crossover, I'm more than willing to hop on it. Maybe I'll get my guild from back online on that one, because the guild works like the Union, basically. But, second thing, if you were playing Flower Knight Girl, then you might already know about this. But they recently had a little Facebook campaign where they had to get a certain number of likes and a certain number of shares, and you got prizes based on it. We hit the top prize in 1 day, so they're even thinking about tossing us some extra stuff. So I don't know if it's fully confirmed, but you might get a 6-star skill bloom and a 6-star dress bloom to go with the 6-star exchange ticket and 30 flower gems. So if you do not play the game, now's the time to join. You can rack up some stuff right before then, and then eventually get a 6-star of your pick. If you already did play the game, just log in near the end of the month in order to sip and try and get that stuff. Again, it's a nice little massive spike of flower gems. It's more than half you need for a premium 10 draw, I think it is, or maybe it's 11. But at the same time, 6-star girls are very hard to get your hands on. I have 4 of them all because of exchange tickets. If you try to get them normally, you have a 0.5% chance of getting any random one. And it might not even be the rate up one. And currently, right now, the rate up one is a second version of Elixirs, which I honestly want, but I got other plans. So, that said, log into Flower Knight Girl. Try to get some stuff. I said at the end of the month they're going to end up giving out those prizes. I think it's around the 31st. But I got to double check that. So, anyways, near the end of the month, you should definitely see that stuff given out. It is a very, very good time to do this, because whether or not you participated in it, you should be getting this. That's what they said and confirmed. So, again, it's a very good freebie for everybody, especially people just starting out, because some of those 6 stars are insane. My suggestion to you, a few 6 stars to go after right out the gate, is definitely Elixirs, Cataris, and either version of Elixirs I think is okay, but the original one seems to be a slight bit stronger in my opinion. Sakura is very, very good. There's quite a few of them. I've seen Waxvine. She was a very strong one too. I've seen before. There's quite a few 6-star girls to try and pick for that one, so go for it. Now, other stuff I have to mention too. Rune's Pharmacy is a little bit of a sad project, so I am still doing it, but don't get your hopes up on frequent videos of that one. Especially since I'm still playing through the game normally while I'm also doing that challenge. So I have 2 files I'm going through. So yeah, I'm actually going to end up playing it a little bit after I do this video. So I'll be going through a little bit more storyline I haven't seen, because I've gotten some very interesting stuff near the end of it. But yeah, Rune's Pharmacy, I'll eventually get a video up of that one. Rabby Ribby is going to take a while. It's like I'm off and on playing that one. I'm slightly getting out of it a little bit, and then it doesn't help that I'm getting my behind handed to me on a silver platter on hell mode, which is funny because I've done stuff that's harder. But Rabby Ribby is it's going to take a minute. And then there's other games too that I've recorded, like Rebless. I'm near the 100 floor of the tower. Last video you see me at 90. I think I'm at 98, but they're getting exceedingly hard. I need to come up with some very specific setups. I think I might want to sip and try and get them a little bit more prepared for it. I've gotten light element on one thing too. So yeah. My Fox girl, which I think her name is Tamako, who you get from the tower, ironically. She's got light weapon and then a light armor, so yeah. She can do light damage. Because honestly, you want to go light or dark if you want to put it on a weapon. Trust me on that one. That or you're going to need multiple copies. But anyway, there's possibly more Rebless at some point. I wasn't intending on getting into that one on the JP version so much, but they gave me so much stuff. They really have. And then for some weird reason, every new event, they give you a one-time gacha. I think it's for diamonds only. I don't know if the coins give you multiple attempts at it, but the diamonds will give you, and I do believe it's at a very high rate, if not guaranteed, an SSR somewhere in the mix. And it's only 30 diamonds for a 10 draw, I do believe. Or is it 11? I don't remember. Some games do 10, some do 11. Anyway, that's very good. If you want to play that game, go back to one of my videos and look at the exact web address, copy that down, and go there. If you haven't signed up with DMM, just use Google Translate. It should be easy enough. There's also a little setting where you can sit and just do it all in English. So, yeah. Not to mention, you add money onto those games, it's cheaper. It honestly is, depending on your exchange rate. Because their little yen thing on there, well, it might balance out after you sip and notice how they sip and get it, because it's just a little bit awkward. But anyways, the exchange rate, like for US dollars to yen, it's actually cheaper. Like if I tried to get 1,000 coins on there, which is like yen level, then I'd be paying less than $10. But with how they do exchanges for coins on there too, it's like the lowest I seen was like 120 coins. So that takes like 120 points, which is more than $1, I do believe, or on par with $1, somewhere around that mark. It depends, I don't know. We're in exchange rates, you might have to do a little bit of math for that one. But they had this one thing where you get coins flat out and then you get more coins over time. I did that one. I never intended on adding any money onto that game, but since they had that deal, why not? Because I got 3,000 coins worth of stuff for pretty much 1/3 of it, and then they're tossing in an extra item for that one. But Rebless is a really fun game. I really do hope Nutaku gets their hands on it so I can understand what the hell they're saying. But yeah. And then once you start learning it, navigating the menu is not too hard. it's just the fact that you gotta level up a lot in order to unlock a lot of stuff because everything's locked off in layers. But I'm not trying to get into full detail on that one because I'll probably be doing a video breaking down how to sip and build and strengthen characters on that one, just to prepare you for when it gets to English if it does, because I'm pretty sure it will, especially given some of the animations and stuff they have. Anyway, I covered Rebless, I covered Kamihime Project, I covered Flower Knight Girl. I'm probably going to cover a slight bit of Dragon Providence, so yeah. It's dependent on what goes down with this event, and I never tried to record it before, so I don't know how it's going to work. And then, last thing is about my game I'm creating too. I'm still working on that, guys, believe me. But it's definitely going slower than normal, especially since recently I've been feeling slightly burnt out playing so many different games, so I've gotten a little bit demotivated on making my own. But it doesn't mean it's dead. I'm still trying to get it out there. I'm at least trying to get a demo because I'm trying to get it noticed. Hopefully it gets noticed. A lot of people want to come and play it, especially since it's going to be free. Like I said in a few times before, first game's definitely free. If it does well enough, I'll make a second one, but that one's going to cost money. That's the whole reason why I'm using some music that I have in there, because that came from other sources where I think they had to be royalty free and all that too. So, yeah. I can honestly do something like stick some Toho music in there and it'll be fine. And its theme song is not that Toho one I've been using. I gotta point that out right now. Anyways, this video has gone on for quite a long time, especially since it was a two-parter. So, I'm going to end it here. Like I said, more Kamihime Project coming in, more Flower Knight Girl coming in, more Rebless coming in, maybe some Dragon Providence, eventually some Runes Pharmacy. I forgot to mention Elixirs, but that's still practically on hiatus. I have touched it a little bit more lately just to try and get my skills back up. And then there's hopefully some Dragon Providence. I gotta say that again because I really want to try to record that to help people out on events. Anyways, that's all I have for this, guys. Take care.